More than 73,000 people in the U.S. are currently over the age of 100. There's a blueprint for how to live a longer life, and we can find it in a rare class of humans called centenarians.
I'm Dr. Tom Perls. Much of my time is studying centenarians. They're very, very rare, but they're spectacular. They're our creme de la creme because they're delaying diseases up to an average of about 106.
Well, I've been blessed with very unusually good health. I was active all my life. I did a lot of exercise.
These are people that have some kind of amazing resilience that many people don't have, that help them age very slowly.
I must have about 20 paintings upstairs. The easiest thing to do is to just not get up out of bed. You have to make the effort to get up and see what the rest of the world is doing.
I feel great, shaking your hips, boogie boogie.
There was this really pervasive view of the older you get, the sicker you get, but that's not the case for all older people.
I wanted to know, what's their secret?
Well, the biggest surprise to me is that I've lived this long.
To become a centenarian, not just meeting life expectancy, but exceeding it, you need to understand who these centenarians really are.
There's all these people who are taking pretty good care of themselves who can run a 10K race, for example. But these centenarians are running a marathon.
I have a busy morning. You can see it.
Yeah.
Frank and I started playing tennis when Frank was 87, so he's 103 now. He beat the socks off me and beat me for about 10 years.
Centenarians are a fairly mixed group. Perls will break them up into these three categories: survivors, delayers, and escapers. Survivors make up nearly half of those who live past 100. They've experienced various age-related diseases like a heart attack, a stroke, diabetes early on in life, but they survive. Then we have delayers. These are people who live a relatively healthy life until around 85 years old, when they start to experience potentially major health issues. They make up the other 45%. And then the remaining 10%, they're the escapers. They make it to 100 without any major health issues. They're likely to even reach supercentenarian status, which is a term used for those 110 and older.
You need to keep doing as many things as you can.
Well, the most important, I never did smoke. I did sewing, read all the time. I had a car, I had friends, I played bridge.
If we smoke, drink, are overweight, not exercising, exposed to all kinds of stresses, not getting enough sleep, then I think it makes sense that we're going to be passing away in our 60s and 70s.
Whether it's Asian Americans who have the highest life expectancy in the country, or Seventh-day Adventists whose communities tend to live longer, one of the biggest factors contributing to longer lives is cultural lifestyle and where you came from.
I'm sorry to say the Southeast United States has the lowest average life expectancy. And I think that's especially because of systemic racism, with a high concentration of African Americans in the Southeast United States. When you go north, there's less of it.
Turns out, a disproportionate number of Black people in the U.S. are reaching supercentenarian status, even with low average life expectancy and all the trauma that comes with systemic racism. Look at the oldest people in the U.S. as of November 2024. At 114 years old, Naomi Whitehead tops the list with Herlda Sinhouse not too far behind. Until recently, 115-year-old Elizabeth Francis was the oldest living person in the U.S. She just died in October 2024. What do they all have in common? They're all Black women.
Look at this. This is you and Al Gore.
Yeah.
You had them cracking up. They were laughing at something.
I made a joke.
And this is you at the state capitol with other community organizers.
Yeah.
Advocating on behalf of affordable housing. So you've done a lot. You gave a lot, and that's what you raised us to do.
We lived separated. We had our community, and they had their community, and everything was white and Black.
If you are Black and you can get to that age despite systemic racism, it really shows your survival prowess.
Studies show that genetics also play a huge role. If your parents live long, you may too. Perls and his team studied the children of centenarians who are generally following the footsteps of their parents.
If you have a parent who lived say into their late 90s, you hit the genetic jackpot. There's these special, what we call genetic signatures, or combinations of many, many genes that play roles in how fast we age or how slowly we age, and our susceptibility to age-related diseases.
What's interesting is that women who give birth after the age of 40 are 5 times more likely to live to 100.
It may be that the genes that allow women to have their reproductive system age very slowly are probably the same genes that help the rest of the body age very slowly.
For those of us who don't hit the genetic jackpot, all is not lost. Global life expectancy has increased more than 150% since 1770. This is largely due to vaccinations, higher education levels, reductions in smoking, and medical treatments.
I was the first one to be 100 here. We have, I think, 3 in this facility here, but the babies are only 100. Now I am 107 and nobody's catching me. Only disadvantage is that just about everybody has the children take the car away. None of our children think we can drive anymore.
Perls says the generations to come will have better overall health.
I would say after 2050, 2060, we're going to see a big, big change for the better. The centenarians raised the bar for the rest of us, and I think it ups everybody's game.
So, what is the secret to living longer?
Love and support and happiness.
Maintain good fellowship with your fellow man. That, I feel, is the most important.
I had a very, very nice life, and I still have it.